Hello and welcome. This is Melskunner, and we're back with some more Battle Brothers. And we managed to pull out a victory against some Goblin Wolf Riders that beat me up quite a bit. As a matter of fact, what is the injury I picked up here? Split nose, so a little bit more fatigue. We have 2 level ups though, so let's go ahead and take those. Ugh, this guy continues to roll badly as far as melee skill goes. I'm going to take both defense though. And then outside of that, I think we take the initiative. Okay, and now as far as the perks go, Fearsome, Duelist, Killing Frenzy I think we're going to take. That's what we have been taking. And I think it's actually getting to that point with my backliners that I'm going to up armor them. I think that they're a little bit too vulnerable at the moment, and I would like to address that. But let's go ahead and do this level up while we're at it. So gonna do the range defense, maybe even the melee defense. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, let's go with both. And then I'm just gonna go with fatigue, I think. Okay. And then perks. Well, we could do sword, but really, I think the thing that we want to take is the shield expert, which is going to make him more defensible. So yeah, let's take that. All right, we've done our level ups, but as I was saying, I think it's time to up armor the back line, and we do have the armor to equip them with too. So let's go ahead and do that. You're going to have that. You're going to take that. Yeah. I might keep you with a worn mail shirt for now. The rest of the backliners are going to get the basic mail shirts, I think. It's going to lower them as far as fatigue and everything goes, but the backliners tend to be a little bit okay as far as that goes anyway. All right. Well, there's our level ups. Now it's just time to... Now hit point wise, we're okay. I think we need to get to a town and trade, so let's go over this way. So it does appear that this is the area where we're still getting a lot of engagement. Speaking of engagement, there's a lot of footsteps going off in this direction that look fairly fresh. Let's see if we can find an engagement somewhere. Okay, so we've got 2 companies here. We're going to stick around with them. See if we can kind of use safety in numbers here. If there continues to be a lot of baddies in this area, we'll take advantage of that. Oh, there is tracks here. Aha! Let's follow these guys into the fight. They're more than likely going to engage here. Let's get in here real quick. All right, well, some of our men are still going to be injured, but this is going to be a huge battle, at least in our favor. So let's go ahead and engage here. And this is going to count for our mission. It doesn't matter if we kill any goblins. What matters is that our allies kill goblins for us. 47 to 11. This is going to be a fairly one-sided. Not even pay attention to what the composition was like. Let's step forward a little bit. Okay. A little bit of a view. I still wish I had been able to buy that one upgraded bit of armor in that one town I encountered, as I think we could use it, especially with Alberic the Old, who's still using a basic mail shirt. Now I'm just going ahead and moving my men up here, because I'm just going to assume that we're far enough away that we're not really in danger. But I think it's a good idea to up armor the back line like I've done. As it should aid their survivability. It looks like that's about as far as I'm going to be able to get with the train. And if we can get the Warlord to attack us in this situation, this is going to be a really advantaged situation for us. We're still going to have beat up men, but we can just use our allies as a buffer. We'll let them take the casualties and get through our fight much easier. Now this fight's going to be really long though, because of how many fighters are involved in it. I mean, I don't even know where the enemy is. It looks like our allies are going in a couple different directions here. Okay, it looks like this is the only place I can go. The way the train is. Oh, they already have killed somebody, though. Now, if that's a caravan guard, that's not too surprising. Caravan guards are super squishy. They're like one of the easier things to kill in the game because they tend to have almost non-existent armor. And at this point, where we are, that kind of armor is not really good. Especially not against wolf riders or anything like that. Okay, we'll continue to move up here. We should have decent visibility, at least of our allies. Still don't have any clue where the enemy is. And our archer's going to be the best person for that, scouting, because the fact that he's not wearing a helmet is not going to restrict his view like the other men we have. Okay, those guys are going that way. Which could mean that's the direction we have to go. We're hearing people use shield walls. This is one of the guys that we really don't actually want getting involved in the fighting, if we can avoid it. Poor Gunther's going to be left behind here. Now that sounds like a Goblin Wolf Rider if I've ever heard one. Crossbow shot. Okay. Still nobody's gone down at this point. Although I am hearing things that sound like people are getting damaged. Numbers remain the same. Okay. Let's get our scout up on this hill. Okay, we still have a better idea of where our ally is, but no clue where our enemy is. Okay. Probably over here somewhere then, based off of that shot. Yeah, up here somewhere. Okay, so one of their polearm guys took a heavy damage, looks like. I don't know why I'm leading with my polearm guys. Just turned out that that is the way things ended up going. Okay. Sounded like some damage to a goblin. I like commentating on sounds of a battle rather than... Okay, more damage to a goblin, it sounds like. None of the goblins have gone down yet, is the important bit. Well, that sounded good for our side. But I'm gonna guess it was a goblin wolf rider, so maybe the rider got killed there. Okay, there's one down. Finally. Okay. Move on up. Now, we technically don't want any of our allies going down because them going down means that we have less allies for the future. Okay, I'm just gonna walk straight up. Okay, now we can maybe see. I can't look right now when it's not my turn, but we still can't see our opponent. I mean, I see blood spots, so I'm gonna assume that that was arrows being fired because the enemy is still not in sight. All right, you can go up there. Okay, that was a useful turn. Okay, they must be close then. Sounds like a enemy of some kind died. With Goblin Wolf Riders, you gotta kill two things more or less, so... When you see 11, sometimes it could be as high as 22 if they're all Goblin Wolf Riders. In reality. As far as lootables from the goblins go, I honestly think... because if you think about it, Goblin Wolf Riders, you should be getting wolf pelts from them, because if you were just fighting dire wolves, that's what you'd get, right? Oh, okay, that guy bled out, I guess. So we did lose one friendly. I have no idea where that guy's going. He's probably trying to get... The AI has a habit, when there's men in the way, they have a habit of really going well out away from the battle just to try and get around sometimes. Should probably start running over this way to try and catch up with our front line over here. So we actually have some semblance of a front line in front of our back liners. Okay, now they're starting to go down. Yeah, they definitely have to be close here. As a matter of fact, we see the corpse of one of their wolves. Okay, we're down to 7. We've only lost 2 friendlies. I'm going to assume that at least a few of these goblins are archers. Okay, it sounds like it's just going to be allies at this stage. Okay, let's step up here. We might get view of baddies. Okay, we do technically have view. We could go with an incredibly low chance of hitting here. Well, what would the AI do? They'd take the shot and they'd hit. End up there. That guy's trying to run away. At some point, I should probably try and get my archer a better bow than he has. Come to think of it. Okay, that's a good thing to do. Fortunately, they undo the stun because this is counted as a separate entity. That's the one thing that's sometimes, and I've talked about this in the past, frustrating about a Goblin Wolf Rider is either the rider or the dire wolf that pops out are considered to be separate entities when something like that happens. So it can be frustrating to deal with it because if you have them fleeing, you kill one of them, the one that remains oftentimes will have better morale, or for instance in that case, you stun the Goblin Wolf Rider unit, combined unit. If the turn came around and you hadn't killed them, killed either one, that whole unit would be stunned. But in this case, you kill the rider, the wolf isn't stunned. So it's kind of frustrating sometimes, but that's the way she goes. Okay, so there's 7 left. It's amazing that there's 7 left at this stage, as it looks like to me that their line is entirely collapsed. But I'm going to guess a lot of these are still archers or units that are in full flight. So I really don't expect this battle to go on much longer. And that was probably the Goblin Wolf Rider trying to run away. And then again, the wolf dies. The rider, who is now left and gets converted to a Goblin Skirmisher, he's not fleeing. So that morale that you defeated there, unfortunately, is back in a better state. Alright, so there's 6 left. And again, I'm going to have to assume that most of the number that's left is going to be archers of some kind. Well, that kind of confirms it for us. We actually see one of the archers and tied up, so that should be an easy kill for my allies. That is if they didn't shoot each other. Okay, there's one down. I would assume. There we go. And then that guy. So there's definitely something else in there. I would guess it was a Goblin Wolf Rider, and one of the two dropped. Possibly not, though. It could have just been sounds of being hurt. But it sounded like somebody was getting killed. Alright, well still, I think that this fight's going to be over soon. The fact that the Goblin archers stuck around like they did, kind of surprising. But still, we only are aware of 2 of them, so I don't know where the rest of them are. Let's go stand on the body of this guy. Okay, move in. Okay, we're down to 4. We know where only one of them is, so still not exactly sure. Where some of them are. One could be hiding in this bush, though. My men have been running an awful long time to try and get into this fight. Okay, there's only 2 left at this stage. I'm gonna guess some of them ran away. Okay, we'll go ahead and shoot a shot over here, even though it's a low chance. Why not? Gotta ask yourself, what would the AI do? And the AI would respond by shooting their allies in the back. Just attack him. What are you doing? Okay, so that goblin's gonna go down. At this stage, I don't really even know what I'm doing here. It's clear I'm not gonna ever get into a fight here. Oh, they found the one. Okay. There's only one left, and we know where he is. He's over there somewhere. We might even get a prompt that this is all over, and if it is, then... Or if we do get that prompt, I'm going to take it, because I think it's going to take far too long to actually track this one goblin down. Who more than likely is sitting in a bush over here. We can't even see. Oh no, there he is. Alright, finally. Let's loot what we can, which is not going to be much because, I mean, we really didn't kill anything there. But hey, we got to loot something, so it's better than nothing. Alright, let's go ahead and leave. It seems that every peasant you pass has a story to tell you, and they're all the same. An orc warlord has amassed a small army and just coincidentally happens to be headed your way. Moustic Cadet should prepare itself for a hell of a fight. Well, we say that, but hey, we've got allies right near us and with us, so what we're going to be doing, or really focusing on, is making sure that we stick with our allies. So, in any case, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video here, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mousgunner, signing out.